The Pistons won again. The Pistons won again. So the Pistons won again. I don't know what's going on with my do-rag. I've been under the weather. Um, but we cooking right now. But Pistons won again, 7 straight over the Los Angeles Clippers at Little Caesars Arena. Kawhi didn't play. Somebody else didn't play last night neither, but we ain't worried about it. We cooked them. Harden, man, I don't think he get enough credit. People talk about physically how he looked. You go back to the 90s and they talk about how a lot of these guys were plumbers. You know what I'm saying? How a lot of these guys were plumbers and stuff, and they wasn't as, athletic. And kind of hear that about James Harden. And they were more athletic. I mean, you can go back. They had white boys that were super athletic, like Tom Chambers. You know what I'm saying? You had freaks of nature, Larry Nance. His son is in the league right now. Michael Jordan. I mean, you go on and on. Scottie Pippen. I mean, just in Detroit, Junkyard Dog was super athletic. So it was a bunch of athletes been around. The greatest athlete of all time, the greatest athlete of all time, in my humble opinion, was Wilt Chamberlain. You could look that up, but nonetheless, they got the win again. I mean, Schroeder seemed to be fitting in well. K was on the heater in the first half. 3 wins in four games in 4 days, I believe it is. So, the NBA ain't doing the Pistons no favors when it come to scheduling. We all know that. That's a fact. They're not doing us any favors when it come to scheduling. And we don't need no favors. What Zuko say in in Avatar Last Airbender? He said, I don't, he was yelling at the sky to shoot lightning. He said, I don't need your pity. I don't need your help. I forget what he said. But yeah. So, ultimately it's just that, right around the time JB Bickerstaff said you'll start to see what the Pistons what Piston basketball will start to look like. You starting to see it. You starting to see what Piston basketball is starting to look like. You starting to see the veterans start to get their feet wet out there. They starting to hit their stride. And that's for the most part all you really can ask for as a coach. That's the only thing you really can ask for. Excuse me. They balling. And last night, the Clippers kept it close, and then usually what the Pistons, usually fail at, they usually fail at the part where that it's a part in the third quarter or they fall apart in the fourth quarter. And whatever JB Biggerstaff has done to allow them to, excel and get past those bumps. And Schroeder is going to be a big help to that. Another ball handler. It's kind of play last night where K got stripped just for like he may have been tired or he may have just lost focus. And the dude just took the ball. I forget who it was who just took the ball away from him. So there was a time and point where, he lost focus. He lost focus. So yeah. So I don't think that's, I think, when you get Dennis Schroeder, that'll take some physical and mental fatigue off of him. So he ain't got to be the end all be all when it come to ball handling. So they have another guy there that can handle the rock, and then give him a break off the ball. He could be able to get the bucket. He could be able to get easy buckets. One thing I like about the Detroit Pistons under Bickerstaff, they do a lot of things. When they make their primary ball handlers or guys who have the ball in their hands, they make them move without the basketball. They cutting without the basketball. They doing off ball motions and stuff. They cut. They moving the ball without it being in somebody's hand 24/7. And I think that's one of the things that Donovan Mitchell didn't like. Donovan Mitchell and Garland, like, they had a ball in their hands in Cleveland, and they don't like to like play off the ball. And that's like 95% of the upper echelon players in the NBA. They love to have the ball in their hands. They never was taught how to play without the ball in their hands, and that got a lot to do. That got a lot to do, in my humble opinion. That has a lot to do with for real with how the AAU and how the game is played. Has a lot to do with AAU and how the game is played. So, but And Jaylen Duren is a huge part of what they're doing too. Because he's active, he giving effort. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, he playing with a pep in his step. I don't know what took him so long to wake up. Maybe somebody tell me, "Hey, dude, you eligible for extension this off season." Somebody must have told him, "Yo, bro, you eligible for extension this season. What you doing?" You know what I'm saying? What you doing? But he active. He battling. Um, they kind of giving him the ball a lot more. And with that being said, um, he feel more involved in the offense. It ain't for him. It ain't like, oh, I got the ball and I'm a shoot it every time. No, he's starting to pass and really show his ability as a passer. If he just get a post game and then a 10 to 15-foot jump shot, I mean, I think for the most part, it's a Rizzy. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But shout out to Harden, man, because he been one of the more. I think people don't give him credit. He been one of the more durable superstars through everything that was going on in Brooklyn with Kyrie, KD, Oklahoma City, Houston, Philadelphia. I mean, he played with some of the most, guys that's erratic and they play. Think about it, Kyrie. You see in his situation, KD coming off the Achilles. You know what I'm saying? He played with one of the most durable guys too, him and Westbrook. Then you go out a little bit, Houston. Chris Paul always getting injured. Philadelphia. We see what's going on with Joel Embiid. And now Kawhi Leonard. I mean, shit, he ain't played with durable players since he played out there in Oklahoma City Thunder to begin with. And he's just been, because people talk about his conditioning or how he physically look. He been balling for year after year, playing 40 minutes. How old is this brother, man? I don't think people give him credit. And he got one of the best signature shoes, 35 years old. And still playing without really any major injuries. But it was just a solid stat line. I don't think the other brother, that's who the other brother didn't play last night. What's his name? I know Marjon Beauchamp got traded over there. What's the other brother name? That's Norman Powell. He didn't play. But Harden had 18. He did have 7 turnovers, 5 assists, 12 rebounds, horrible shooting night. Bojanovic had a horrible shooting night. He was 1 for 12 from 3. I didn't have to look at that. Seeing him, Chris Dunn made the 3 in K face. K was like, shoot it, ninja. He made it. We all were shocked. If Chris Dunn had a jump shot, he'd probably be, damn near borderline all-star. Derrick Jones Jr. got active last night. He had a lot of highlights on us last night. He did get active. Tobias, I mean, there's been a lot of Tobias bashers out there. They kind of quiet now. 20 points, 5 rebounds. I see the rebounds up a little. 2 assists, shooting the ball well, 9 for 13, 2 for 3 from 3. Asor, and we glad when he shoot the ball better because he can do everything. He was a menace, steals, rebounds last night, 4 steals, 2 blocks. That big block he had on it was that Harden. Jaylen Duren was 12 rebounds, 19 points last night. We'll take that. 4 for 6 for the free throw line. Love it. K, most of his work was done in the second half. 9 for 22, 4 for 9 from 3, 10 for 12 from the free throw line. 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 0 blocks, 7 turnovers. Him and Harden had a turnover battle. Ron Hollins came in, gave some energy with 7 points, a couple good finishes. Then a Schroeder came in, had to cook the whole team, and Beasley had a quiet night with 9 points, 3 for 10, 3 for 8 from 3 points. So it was a good game for the Pistons, man. And then next up, let's see who they play next up. I think they back at the crib. Yep, we got Boston, so that'll be a huge game. They talked a lot of shit about us in the offseason, Jaylen Brown. So I mean, hopefully they got that marked on their calendar at Little Caesars Arena. I seen the first game when they came here, and Jason Tatum went the hell off. Jaylen Duren came back with a vengeance though. In that second half, he started balling. We came back, so that's who we chasing. Everybody chasing Boston, despite Cleveland having the best record. They the champs. They'll be here Wednesday. It was a good game when I went earlier this season, so that'll be a hell of a test. And if they can win that game, I think the NBA will start really taking notice of, what the Pistons are doing. So yeah, man. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Piston post game reaction playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. I appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist as well too. Peace.